Welcome back to another explainer. So, I was looking into how marketing has evolved lately, and man, it turns out the days of a simple cash for goods exchange, yeah, they're long gone. Today, there's this whole new web of complex paradigms that businesses literally have to navigate just to survive. Let's explore these massive shifts together.
Okay, let's dive right into this. We're going to be unpacking four major pillars today: human connection, societal power, technological evolution, and finally, environmental consciousness.
Starting us off with pillar number 1, human connection and the era of relationship marketing.
So, what does this actually look like? Well, instead of just making a one-off sale to a totally faceless buyer, relationship marketing focuses on creating and maintaining these incredibly strong ties with everyone. We're talking customers, employees, suppliers, the whole shebang. And the fascinating part here is that the ultimate goal is building a robust marketing network. The core idea is that if you build this network properly, the profits, they just naturally follow as a byproduct. In the long run, companies aren't even really competing against each other anymore. It's their marketing networks going head to head.
So, how do companies actually pull this off? It all starts with data. They build highly refined databases because, let's face it, not everyone out there is the right target. Then, instead of just shouting into the void, they deliver incredibly precise, differentiated messages to those specific targets. And finally, they track that relationship over years. They aren't just looking at immediate sales, they're measuring how effectively they're maintaining that long-term bond.
Of course, it's a bit of a balancing act. The perks are absolutely huge. You get insane customer loyalty, repeat purchases, and that sweet, positive word of mouth. But here's the catch. Training your employees to maintain that sort of Disney-level service, it is incredibly expensive. Plus, if you sell a product people only buy once in a lifetime, like say a specialized medical device, this model doesn't really make a lot of sense. And sometimes, obsessing over your current network means brand new customers just get totally overlooked.
Moving on to pillar number 2, societal power, focusing on the rise of consumerism and social marketing. Back during the Industrial Revolution, businesses focused entirely on mass production, often completely ignoring quality altogether. Because of that, consumerism emerged as this powerful social force designed specifically to protect buyers' interests. It fundamentally changed marketing decisions by demanding businesses be truthful, informative, and environmentally friendly. Basically, giving consumers 4 major rights: the right to safe products, accurate info, genuine choice, and a way to actually get redressal, complain when things go wrong.
We've basically moved from an era of buyer beware, where if you bought a total lemon, well, that was just your tough luck, to an era of sellers beware. Now marketers are legally held accountable for what they push out. A perfect, real-world example of this is how cigarette packets are now legally forced to display those massive health hazard warnings. The famous management consultant Peter F. Drucker actually called consumerism product-oriented marketing. His hot take was that if a business genuinely cares about what customers need and just tells the truth, well, consumer protection groups wouldn't even need to exist. Consumerism really only exists because businesses sometimes arrogantly assume they know what's best.
I absolutely love how this shift in mindset can be summed up. We started with CAT, customers or things, basically treating people like walking wallets. Then we evolved to CARE, customers are really everything, focusing on their direct satisfaction. And now we're in the era of SCARE, society and customers are really everything. Marketers are finally realizing they answer to society as a whole.
And, this societal focus naturally bleeds right into social marketing. Rather than just pushing inventory, social marketing is about designing, implementing, and controlling campaigns that sell a positive social idea, cause, or practice. It's using the power of marketing to actually influence human behavior for the welfare of society, proving these tools can do way more than just drive commerce.
All right, on to our third pillar: technological evolution and the digital marketplace.
The absolute explosion of the internet gave us e-tailing, or electronic retailing, and honestly, the importance of this cannot be overstated. It completely eliminated the middleman. Whether it's a business selling to a consumer or a consumer selling back to a business, the transaction happens directly over electronic media, totally redefining global commerce.
When you look at e-tailing, businesses generally fall into 2 camps. You've got your pure e-tailing, like Amazon, with absolutely 0 physical showrooms, and then you have the brick-and-mortar hybrids, like Dell, which keep physical stores but also dominate that direct-to-consumer digital space.
The perks are pretty obvious, right? No geographic boundaries, super easy product comparisons, and crazy discounts. But the trade-offs are definitely real.
You can't touch the fabric of a shirt or verify a true color before you hit buy. There are risky payment gateways. Plus, we kind of lose out on the genuine advice of a great shop owner and just the sheer experiential fun of going out shopping.
But remember, e-tailing is really just the checkout counter. It sits under the massive umbrella of internet marketing. This involves all the policies and strategies used to offer products and services online, capitalizing on the web's interactive capabilities. It's using the internet not just to sell, but as a direct response medium to target specific demographics, tailor messages, and seamlessly guide customers step by step through their entire buying journey.
And finally, that brings us to our fourth pillar, environmental consciousness and the green marketing imperative.
Which brings up a really fascinating question. Why has the importance of green marketing suddenly skyrocketed in recent years? I mean, we've mastered all this tech, but now we're facing a massive planetary responsibility.
It all comes down to the ultimate dilemma. On one side, we have the Earth's reality. Our planet has strictly limited, finite resources, period. On the other side, mankind's reality. We have practically unlimited wants, and we fiercely believe we have the freedom of choice to satisfy them. Reconciling those two vastly different realities is the great challenge of modern business.
And that is exactly where green marketing steps in. Because of our changing global scenario, businesses are now required to facilitate exchanges that satisfy human wants with minimal detrimental impact on the natural environment. It means totally overhauling how things are done, from modifying products and revamping production processes to using sustainable packaging and changing how they advertise.
Now, this isn't just happening because corporations suddenly woke up with a conscience. They are being seriously pressured. There's internal pressure from corporate social responsibility and external pressure from strict government regulations like environmental licenses and waste control. But the most interesting driver? Competitive pressure. Take Xerox, for example. They were essentially forced to introduce 100% recycled paper simply because their competitors did it first. Sometimes going green is literally just about surviving the market.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer. We've watched marketing evolve from simple transaction-based selling to building deep human relationships to navigating the digital ether and now to protecting the planet itself. It's been an absolute roller coaster. So I'll leave you with this. Given this insane pace of change, what do you think the next major paradigm shift in marketing will be? Keep exploring, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.